President Joe Biden of the USA is expected to miss King Charles's coronation, though there are reports that the First Lady of the United States, Jill Biden, might be in attendance.
Bit of a snub, if you ask me. It comes as Prince Harry faces pressure from US immigration to disclose information about his history of substance use.
Well, let's go live to our royal and showbiz reporter, Kinsey Schofield, with more details on this. Good morning to you, Kinsey. So let's start with Joe Biden then, shall we? Is this a snub of the King's coronation, or is this pretty standard? I don't think any US president has been to a coronation so far, have they?
Yeah, I think you're right, Ellie. By the way, dream team, happy Monday. I do agree that this isn't necessarily that big of a deal. Joe Biden would be the first. We didn't have a president attend Queen Elizabeth II's. But at the same time, Ellie, what a privilege. You know, we know that King Charles is dialing down the guest list significantly. So the fact that Joe Biden's been given the opportunity and he's turning it down, I can't believe it. You know, I would be there in a heartbeat. So I understand why people are talking about it, but I really don't think it's intended to be a snub.
Well, the thing is, though, Kinsey, a lot of people have been saying in America it's because he's too tired. And he certainly looks quite tired, but he finds time to go to Ukraine. He's going to find time to go to Northern Ireland for the Belfast Agreement. So surely he can find time to come and see old King Chaz.
I mean, that's a really great point. I hadn't thought about that because I had seen reports that he was just too old for such a trip, you know, and I'll bring this up as well. There were reports that he was unhappy with his seating arrangements after the Queen's funeral. So perhaps he was a little disappointed by that situation. But, you know, I love King Charles. I would hope that Joe Biden loves King Charles. I don't know if this is necessarily meant to be an ugly dismissal. And hopefully Dr. Jill Biden will be there to represent him well.
Do you think that's something that we'll see happen, Kinsey? We'll see the First Lady go in Joe Biden's place?
I do. I certainly can see that happening. And I honestly wonder if some of these headlines are because Harry and Meghan seem to be close to the Biden family. Do people feel like the Bidens are siding with Harry and Meghan? But I honestly, I look at Joe Biden. He is an older man. We're seeing a lot of gaffes lately, and perhaps somebody's just saying that they don't want to put him on the world stage like that in case something bad happens.
So next big story, Prince Harry, of course, very generous in oversharing perhaps his history of substance use, party boy. Might this affect his ability to get in and out of America?
You know, that's a great question. And this is the Heritage Foundation that has stirred this pot with their Freedom of Information request. Now, the immigration officials have until April 12th to give the Heritage Foundation or to release this information about Prince Harry. What type of visa is he under? Did he disclose this drug use that he's been so open about in his application to be for this non-immigrant visa? And, you know, I really don't think we're going to get that information by April 12th. So far, officials have been pretty closed-mouthed about it and have said that they that's private information. Harry is not in trouble if he did disclose this information. If he did disclose that he'd used drugs previously. If an immigration officer saw that on his application and said, you know, I don't think this person is a danger to U.S. citizens, and I don't think he's going to continue with this behavior, and they checked him off and he let him walk through the door, you know, he's fine. He's only in trouble if he lied. So that's really what we're all looking for.
So we've spoken about Harry. It's time to look at Meghan now. Can you give us the latest on the defamation lawsuit? It involves her and her half-sister, doesn't it?
That's right. And I don't know if you remember this, but Samantha sued Meghan in a Florida court because she believes that there's defamation against her in Finding Freedom and the Oprah Winfrey interview. Meghan said combined in both of those, she grew up an only child, said her sister had abandoned her children through Finding Freedom. Now, Judge Charlene Honeywell ruled in favor of Meghan Markle by dismissing a majority of Samantha's claims in this lawsuit, but it's not over yet. Ellie, the judge is allowing Samantha to refile, and her attorney says that she will be doing so within the next 2 weeks.
It certainly looks that way, doesn't it? Watch this space. Kinsey, thank you for that whistle-stop tour of all the royal stories in town today.
And something tells me, Addie, that Harry will get the royal wave through customs. I can't see him getting his collar felt as other people might get.